Okay, y'all bear with me. Here we go. All right. That's what happened. That's what happened when Bernard take a day night off, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to let her know. I blame her. She ain't even here. Hey, me and I, we been backstage. We chopping it up. Just got us a good conversation going.
Right. I just happened to
Yeah.
look down, was like, it's showtime.
And then I ain't even know how to get the show started, man. I,
Oh my
I
God.
ain't know what buttons to push. But yeah, we are here. Shalom, shalom. Jamil, the trunk rattlers in the house.
Yeah.
McCall about the yards in the house. Got my man Ayob in Yahoo's. Shalom, brother.
Yes, sir.
Shalom. Good to
Peace and
see you,
blessings.
man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And the house Ayob representing again. She is Mahalik. Did I say that right?
Yes, Mahalo.
All right, then she is Mahalik Yahoo. She is in the house as well. As y'all fill up, come on in, make yourself comfortable. Glad to see everybody, man. But is not going to be with us tonight. She has a lot on her plate that she has to take care of. So it's just going to be me and Ayo.
That's it.
That's it. That
Ah!
is it. Yo, we're winding down too. This is one of the last two installments of the Truth Be Told
Yeah.
Flex podcast, as you see it this way, put it that way. Yeah, Truth Be Told Flex podcast. I don't know how much of a podcast it'll be, but it'll still be around. It just won't be around in this format. Yeah, who that is?
Oh no. What up, Noah?
Noah Phelps,
Noah
93,
Phelps.
Shalom. Yup, come in peace, brother. Come in peace.
Peace and blessings.
Um, yeah. How you been though, Ayo? You been good, brother?
Ah, man, good. Busy with the family, man, getting things together. Um, I've been good, man. The Most High is grand, man. It's been a lot going on. Yeah, just families growing, just getting things together on our end, man. And like you said, it's winding these last few lives down. Um, it's been a exciting and crazy journey with the truth be told. But we about to park that Cadillac in the
Yep,
garage, and
yep,
but I'm great
yep.
though, man. Me and the family great.
Yeah.
How about you on your end? How you been, brother?
We good, man. Absolutely no complaints whatsoever. Um, children, they good, wife good, I'm good. Like I always say, we got roof, we got food, Um,
Yes,
what do
sir.
they call it? Provisions. Call it provisions. We
Mhm.
got our provisions. So yeah, can you
Most
sing those
definitely.
suit?
Yeah, let's go ahead and put them in time out.
Yeah,
I don't know what you
broken
talking about.
bottle. Broke. Broken
Broken Bottle
Bottle
Productions,
Productions.
22.
Yeah.
You talking about some old
Where these
Susanna.
where
This
these
ain't, this
jokers
ain't,
be coming
I don't
from,
know, boy. These
man?
agents, man, I'm telling you, these
They just
agents,
started popping. I've been doing this for about 4, 5 years, man. And
I'm
I
telling
ain't
you,
never
never seen nothing like it.
come up like this here like every week. I think Trump's sending these jokers,
I'm
man.
telling you, boy. They definitely agents when they talk about seeing old Susanna.
Oh,
Bruh.
Susanna, boy, if you don't get your,
Nah,
I
boy,
bet he
I'm
got
telling you,
hair on his back. Oh, Susanna, get out
he
of
got a
here, man.
he got a nose ring on his pinky toenail.
Yeah. Oh, Susanna,
Oh,
no,
Susanna.
we're not
You
doing
already
that,
saw it wasn't
man.
even like that. Man, we
And the
just
way,
look and see,
the
see, look,
way,
see, we were just playing. Tomorrow, y'all are
yeah,
soft. See, who soft? We were just playing.
yeah, yeah. So it
Y'all,
wasn't even like that. Yeah, it's all jokes. It's
you
all
can't make
jokes,
you can't
man.
make this
Yeah.
stuff up, boy. This stuff right
And,
here.
oh man, I've been called a lot of things, but soft ain't never been one of them, man. But welcome, Broken Bottle Production, man. You come in with peace, we will treat you with peace,
Yeah,
brother.
I don't know.
Yeah,
With a name
come
like
in,
Broken Bottle, though, you might.
right,
I'm just, I'm just playing Broken Bottle. It's just jokes. See, it's
right,
just jokes.
right. What to
He didn't.
say?
Mashiach say, "Blessed are those who are not offended in me." He didn't got offended.
Come,
He called us
come.
soft. Y'all soft.
Yeah,
What he say on
soft.
life with
Anybody
a
come up
capital
here
T,
talking about old Susanna and call me soft? You know?
right? The nerve.
Yeah.
Y'all soft with a capital T.
Yeah,
Soft.
right. Oh, Susanna. No, man. I can hear it in my head right now and I'm
Oh,
offended.
Susanna,
Yeah.
don't you cry for me when I come from
Hey,
Alabama with the banjo on my knee.
that's an incest song, gang. That's probably you talking to us.
Ooh, ooh, here it comes.
Alabama. I know, right.
He about to get mad now, boy. We'll be in the trap house next week, y'all.
Last week.
We ain't got
That's
nothing about 3 more shows
right.
anywho, so it don't
That's
even matter.
it. Yeah, it don't even matter, man.
Oh
Don't even
man,
matter. But yeah, it
gotta
is
love it.
really, really good to be here tonight, though. It really is, man. And I thank everybody that is showing up right now, man. Yeah, we got a few topics to talk about tonight. Uh, fill it up tonight. I think it's gonna be good. Some stuff that's happening that has happened, that we gonna talk about it. We also, if we got time, which I'm sure we're gonna have time, talk about a conversation that I Yob and myself have been talking about throughout this week as well. Um, but yeah. With that being said, man, is anything that done went on, you know what I'm saying, during this time right now, man, that we don't have on the lineup, you think we might need to mention?
Uh, that your boy 50 Cent is a menace. That dude, man.
I think something wrong with that boy.
So, so 50 Cent. I'm sure everybody know now. One of the homies back in Charlotte hit me up this morning. Um, and he said that he watched some of the documentary on Netflix. He was like, man, I saw they was talking about Diddy, Andre Harrell, and Jodeci, man. So I thought about you, bro. How's it going? And I was like, oh, I forgot all about that until as soon as I logged in online. The first thing that popped up was 50 was trolling again about this documentary. So I'm just like, I just think it's gonna end crazy because you got the documentary coming out. People it's on fire online. Then apparently, I don't know if you've seen them, but a lot of people were talking about the jail pictures. Are they AI fake or are they
Yeah,
real
with him
pictures?
and yeah,
Yeah, man. So
yeah.
it's just with that whole situation, bro. 50 is just. I mean,
I want to go on a whim and say that picture is AI generated.
yeah,
Not that I feel like it's beneath. Diddy too, but he in a federal penitentiary, dude.
Yeah.
It's a lot different from state. Now, if he was in a state
They,
penitentiary,
right.
I would believe that a little bit more. But in the penitentiary that this dude is in, man, it's different type of crimes, and I'm sure you got some of those that's walking around there, but not like that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. You know, and that's the
Yeah.
hey, and that's the time that we in right now too, I yo, to where AI is getting so out of control that
It is, man.
it's hard to be able to decipher what's real and what's not real.
Right.
And
Right.
that's dangerous, dude, when you
It's
think about it, man, because
bruh, it is super
I
dangerous because it's only a handful of us that got discernment to be like, oh no, that's fake. And then on top of that,
um
some you really got to be like, whoa, wait a minute.
right,
Like,
right.
so
So
majority is, oh yeah, that's real.
yeah, because that's what they want to be. I see some stuff that you could tell is fake, and
Right.
I go to the comments and I see be reading the comments of
That's
how many people. Yeah, that I be like to myself, like, do y'all
how,
for real? Yeah,
bruh.
because that's what it is that they want. You know what I'm saying? They want it to be real.
Right, right, right.
Matthew 24:24,
Come
he
on, man.
says, for there shall all arise false Christ and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, insomuch that if it was possible, they shall deceive the very elect. And they go back to exactly what you were saying a while ago, as far as even the ones that got discernment. Because I'm not gonna lie, there are some things that I
It's
see and I be questioning, and that's one of them. When I saw that, I saw it and I looked, I stopped and I paused. I didn't stay at it too long. I went on about my
right,
business, you know,
right,
because I'm
right,
saying to myself, and we talking to an individual who I've been in the system before, right? So it's not like
right,
I'm, yeah, I'm pulling something from something that I don't know.
right, 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 right,
I know what they look like in the state. Well, I was in state. You know what I'm saying?
right, right.
Boy, I almost said something while ago. I almost said I had the camera. But I seen some stuff when I was there that, boy, I ain't never, I was, you got to think, I was young too. I was just 21 years old when I went down there. I was still a kid. You know what I'm saying? I saw some stuff down there I ain't never seen before in my life. And I know the difference between state and fed, and where he's at, he's in a, if I'm not mistaken,
Nah, yeah, he's in the federal at I believe Fort Dix in New Jersey. Let me
okay.
let me look that up and make sure it is
Right, right. Because I could
fed.
be talking wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Uh,
Obadiah, official. What's happening, Nine? How you doing, man?
Mr.
Shalom. Welcome to the
Mr.
Truth Be Told, brother.
Mr. R&B himself.
Man, that's Mr. R&B, Mr. Country. Hey, I was watching the CMA Awards the other day. I was expecting to see Obadiah come form, man. I was,
Listen,
I was like,
and Obadiah will get in that genre
yes, he
and wear him
would.
out.
And worm
Wear
out. Yes, he
wear him
would.
out.
Yes, he
They'll be like,
would.
"Dang, who is dude? Where he been?"
Yeah.
Yeah. Let
Yep.
me share my screen just so everybody won't be just so they'll say, "Oh, sure, I hope me." As you can see right here, I don't know if y'all can see it, but Fort Dix, where he is a federal prison. You see it
It's a
right there,
federal prison.
low
Yeah.
security federal prison. So share
Low.
was
See, that's the other word you just said. That's
low
low.
security.
There's no way. You know what I'm saying? I
Right.
just can't see it. I'm gonna put it like that because but I just can't see them allowing that type of behavior to just what happened to the screen. We
There you
go.
go.
Oh, there
There you
we go. Yeah. To be walking around because those type of people that's there for those type of crimes. You
right.
know. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know, man.
Again,
I don't.
again, like you said, if it was a state or even a county, that would be more believable.
Yeah,
But
it
in
would
the
be more
fed,
believable. Yeah. Because you got people who never really been in trouble and all jail is the same to them. Like
right.
with my wife, all beer is beer to her. You know, it don't matter. I said, taste this baby, taste like beer.
Like, yeah,
And it's a
yeah.
mile away. You know what I'm
Right, right, right,
saying?
right, right, right.
So, and that's how they all they hear is jail and penitentiary. They not
Right.
understanding that there's a difference. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Yeah, that there is a
Yep.
difference, man. So
Yeah, but it's gonna be. I'm eager. I haven't seen the documentary, um, but 50 Cent, Curtis Jackson executive produced it. Some say he's a genius for making capitalizing off this,
they
but
do the
some
informant.
uh, uh, I've always said 50 Cent, 6ix9ine, a lot of the Jim Jones, a lot of these guys, the FBI got something on them, whether it's bodies, whether it's
I don't
dirty
even think
money.
they got nothing on 50. I think 50 is just a
I,
straight out agent.
he an agent definitely. Police. I think him 6ix9ine. A lot of those guys are FBI informants, FBI
Yeah.
agents, and
So
their rap names are their code names
are they
that they.
code name?
Yeah, like yeah. If you pay attention to, like I said, the numbers 50 Cent, 6ix9ine,
Yeah.
different rap.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I
Six
said, a
nine,
lot
I
of
don't know, but I for real believe that 50 is like the been through the academy, and I think that joke is a whole.
whole.
And that's just my opinion. Yeah, I
Right.
don't.
This is our opinion,
Yeah,
y'all. We ain't
yeah, that's just
saying
my
factual,
opinion.
actual.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, they
I just see how he move, and I don't think. And I'm gonna tell you another one I think is an agent is that daggum Ice T. Think Ice T might be an agent, man.
real.
And Ti, them Ti,
Yeah,
how many gun cases Ti
bro.
gonna get and not go jail?
Bro, did you see they just recently let me see if I can pull it up. They just recently put out the picture the guns he got caught with. Bro, have y'all seen these guns he got caught with? Let me see if I can share this real quick. Hold on 1 second. Um bro, I was like, how in the world? Let's see, share screen. Do y'all see that right there? Do y'all see that? What is a
Yeah, man.
rapper doing with that type
Mm,
of artillery, bro?
that's crazy, man.
You see, and that table
Yeah,
stretched back, it goes back. Look at
yeah,
that. Look at them drums
yeah.
on,
Yeah,
bro.
he
Look at
got
that,
drums, man. Yeah, yeah,
bro. You could, if you knew how to shoot, bro, you could
that's
take out 20 to 50
yeah.
police cars with that.
Everything. You know, uh, that's fed time right there on that table.
Right. And
That's fed time right there on that table. And
he ain't never did
yeah,
no time.
he ain't never did no
Come
time,
on,
man.
man. Come on, bro.
Yeah, he ain't
Like
never did no time. I look at stuff like that, bro. I be like, something ain't right with you, man. You know what I'm
something,
saying? Yeah, so
something ain't
yeah,
right. How
yeah,
did y'all?
something
How
ain't
you?
right with you. Yeah. How you
Yeah,
keep getting out? And this
right.
not the first time. He
No,
got stopped
bro.
intoxicated driving not long ago with him and his gal.
Right,
You know? Yeah,
right.
so
Like with Ti, he ain't got no time. But Lil Boosie, did he fight this gun case? He finally ain't fighting. He about to do some time. Like they keep pushing this
yeah.
court. They
And
about
they
he.
they trying to get him on what happened to
Whew.
what is called the jeweler here in Houston, man, that got killed in the dice game.
Oh, take off for Migos.
No, not no.
Oh, that's somebody
Something I
else. Then.
wish Houston the Brew was on here, man. This here happened a while ago. It's one of these Houston dudes that's down here, man. They something a jeweler. I can't think of his name right now. Let me see if I can pull it up. But yeah, they trying to get T Lil Boosie on that. Lil
Oh,
Boosie. What's that boy name, man?
yeah.
Jeweler.
Okay.
See if it'll come up.
Uh, hmm. Duke the jeweler.
That's his name. I couldn't think of Duke. Thank you, bro.
Duke the jeweler. Let me share my screen 1 quick second so everybody can get a quick image of. Yeah,
Duke
there it
the
is right there. That's
jeweler,
what you.
man.
So this is what you're referring to.
Yeah,
He's the
his
jeweler
name has been
obviously.
tied up. Yeah, dude
That's
got
sad
killed
news
in
right
a
there.
dice game. And they
Wow.
saying that Boosie is have had
Oh,
something to do with it, you know. So yeah, man, it's just all kind of stuff that's going on in that entertainment world. You had another rapper that two
man.
rappers that done died within the last week. One was a female rapper, and uh, another one was a dude that was in Florida. Man, I
Hmm.
tell you, yeah, it seems
Um,
like them rappers got short lives, boy.
Now, before we move on that subject, I do have some good news. As far as rappers, I think what's happening now, is these guys are starting to realize what you just said. If a lot of you guys don't know, rapper Tusi, he is giving up the rap game, and he says he will play football for the Syracuse Orangemen this upcoming season. So
Oh, praises. I
kudos for
give,
him, man.
yeah,
He
yeah.
announced that the other day. Tusi is a young, pretty popular, famous rapper. He was like, "Nah, I'm going to school to get my degree and play some football."
That's what's up,
So
man. 25 years old.
25 years old. He said he
Announcing
coming
he's
home.
joining Syracuse University. Yeah, that's what's up, man.
Yeah,
I'm proud of him, man.
yeah.
Yeah.
So big ups
Do
to
he got four
Tusi.
years of eligibility?
He has
He
four
got
years
four.
eligible. Yeah.
He got
So
4 years of eligibility.
that I'll leave that the link to that article in the description. So what I believe has happened, he yeah, let me change that. There we go. So I guess during the COVID years, when he committed to Syracuse or committed to, I can't remember who, UCLA, USC, he didn't go because of COVID, and he went into the rap thing and went viral with a couple hits and got signed. I want to say um Rock Nation or Def Jam was gonna sign him, but he stayed independent for this purpose. Now he's gonna stop rapping and he's gonna go play ball. So that's how he got his 4 to 5 year eligibility, because of the, they get that one extra year from 2019
Right,
to 20 from 2020 to
right,
2021 when they shut everything
right.
down.
Then now, right.
Yeah, so he's got 5 years of eligibility, and hopefully the young man can go ball out. Hey,
What
and
position he play? Do you
I
know?
want to say cornerback and receiver,
Corner and receiver.
corner and receiver. So yeah, yeah. So big ups to him and his family, his parents, man. So
Yeah, yeah. That's yeah. I'm happy to hear that. That's actually some good news, damn my
yeah, that's
man.
what I was saying. That's some good switch up news from what we were talking about to that. I think a lot of these young rappers are starting to kind of wise up and be like, man, this rap thing is, you
It's
know,
that it's hazardous, man.
it's and it's kind of winding up too. You don't see a
Somebody
lot of,
making money off of them, man.
yeah,
Cause you got to think about the insurance. Like I'm like being, you know what I'm saying, in a financial sense. This because
right,
death is financial to white people, and white people know how to make money, and
yeah,
white people deal with money. And
yeah,
you not gonna tell me that all of these rappers that's being killed ain't got enough somebody got an insurance, got some life insurance on these boys, man.
yeah,
And I'm 9 times out of 10, it's not their families. It's gonna
yeah,
be somebody, you know what I'm saying? Somebody that with some stringy hair attached to their head and
yeah.
and, and can't go outside in the sun too long because they'll burn up, you know.
But they
Them
superior. We savages.
yeah, that scene, Oh Susanna. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Got their life insurance on
But
the board.
on the real, these companies, they put life insurance on these rappers. And you think about Mo3 from
Yeah,
Dallas,
yeah,
a lot of these guys that lose their life, their record company has $2-3 million policies out on the
yeah,
drive,
yeah,
because they know the lifestyles they live. They know
yeah,
them. You know the
yeah.
That's why they sign them.
That's why they sign them.
That's why they sign
That's
them.
money, man. That's
Yeah,
money, man. It be yeah. Them debts be creating. It's sad to say, but those debts be creating wealth for them people, man.
they do. They do. They do.
Those debts be creating, but
Yeah.
not Shalahaya,
Shalom,
Shalom,
sis.
sister.
But yeah, big ups to
Shalom,
Tusi though and
Shalom.
his family, man. His story his testimony is powerful. He moved to North Carolina, when he was 12. He was born and raised up to 12 at Syracuse. Now he's going to play football. Again, I know we got to move on, but
Nah, you
um,
good, bro. You good. Hmm.
a lot of these NBA
Hmm.
young boy is the only young rapper that's actually selling out concerts. Sexy Red, they're canceling concerts.
Industry
Megan Thee
players.
Stallion, her last single, people online is just like, girl,
You
when are you
think?
gonna
You think? Do you think she actually settled it
who
down?
who?
Meg with you.
Yeah, because that last
You
single, like I said, people is like, yo, that's not it. You talk, it sounds just like all the other stuff. We know how good your whatever is. We know how everybody else, man, wants you. Like you done rapped about that 10 million times. Like it's time to do something else. So I
right,
think
right.
the company is it's time to wise up, settle down, start a cooking channel. Like they had on
The
there, what
sister
she
can cook.
just they she
Boy,
said she
I
cooked the
seen what
whole spread.
I
Hey,
seen it. I said, boy, she cooked that for
she
real.
could if start a cooking channel. I mean,
Start a cooking channel for real. Hey,
because people is canceling concerts. These videos are
yeah,
like, girl, you sold 1,000 tickets in a
yeah,
25,000 seat venue.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
not gonna cut it.
yeah. That's for
So
real, man.
yeah,
Yeah, because everybody interested done move somewhere else, man. And I think a lot of it has to do with AI. Going back to what we was talking about, man. AI switching up the game all the way around. I saw a dude that was talking about streaming and why everything is streaming now because streaming was created for on time, on site editing. You know, saying, and, saying that that's one of the reasons why they have taken the hard drives away from us so that they can go in and edit stuff on time and
on
on
in
site
real
and
time.
on
Yeah,
site. You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? And
That's
when I thought about that, I said that made all the sense in the world. And now just think about how dangerous that is.
yeah.
Like
And
right now, we
yeah,
streaming, right? They could
yeah,
take. And we stream it through a platform. They can
yeah.
take this platform on what we're doing right now and chop this thing up and edit this thing up and everything that we saying tonight, they can create whatever it is that they wanted to create. How many times you ever watch Jimmy Kimmel and he got a whole session, a whole segment of politicians saying stuff and they flipping the words on what it is that they saying for some other stuff. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
That's coming. That's coming. And it's already being done. It's just right now the racism aspect of so-called white creators is making money going against us. And a lot of us, you think about Anton Daniels and the Hodge twins, a lot of so-called black conservative creators that bash our community. It's a lot of money being made. Once that aspect dries up, they're going to start taking the streams, like you said, instead of putting it on a hard drive and having your own. They're going to start taking these streams, editing it, and making it do what it do on their own.
and start getting people in a
And
whole
start
lot of
getting
trouble.
there. You go.
Start blaming people for stuff that they didn't do.
There you go.
Start, because and you got to look at this administration that we have right
I was just
now.
about to say that.
This administration that we have, they are showing you, and that's
Yeah.
one of the things we may talk about if we get to it tonight. Tonight is unscripted too, man.
Yeah.
We doing our thing tonight, okay?
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
but they, but they are
We
so
singing
this
old
this
Susanna and
administration
everything.
this administration is for real showing you that, hey, when we decide that we want to move you up out of here, whoever you are, and they doing it in waves, they doing it in sections. We gonna figure out how to get you up out of here,
Right. Right.
because right now they are trying to do away with dual citizenship. That's something that we got on the docket for later on. And
That's
people, you
crazy.
have no idea uh how dangerous that talk is, man.
It's dangerous.
Doing away 30 years, the
Houston
Houston
the
Brew,
brew.
shalom,
What it
shalom,
brew. What
shalom,
it brew.
family, what it is, man. Yeah, but yeah, talk like that, dude, because you got to understand what the 14th Amendment was all about to begin with.
Right.
And now he's talking about doing away with dual citizenship, telling you that you got to decide, you got to make a
You
decision which one or the other. And if you don't decide,
ooh,
they're gonna decide for you.
That's
Every
wow.
time
That
I
is
every time I walk into a wall, I was just telling my daughter that the other day. I said, every time I walk into a Walmart, I see concentration camps. I see
right.
exactly how they can set them
Set it
jokers
up.
up to where, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You go to Walmart today, you got groceries and clothes and everything else. You sort of go in that same Walmart next day, aisles gonna be moved and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Why? They gonna have cages up in there, man. You
Oh
know
yeah.
what I'm saying? And people gonna be up in that joking cage and saying, "Man, I remember when it used to be pineapples right here. I used to
Not no
something
more.
now."
Not no
So when
more.
they get the for real rounding people up, it's gonna be too many to put on planes and send them off.
Yeah. Yeah.
They ain't finna pay that
Nah.
kind of money to send out. Nah,
Nah. Nah. You just gonna be making bricks and mortar for
yeah,
these
that's
buildings to
it.
go up. Free labor.
That's it.
It's taking
That's
us back
it.
to
Free, yeah,
real
they
slavery.
gonna
Like
yeah, that's for real, man. And they again, the administration that's in right now, he is unchecked and unbalanced, which means that they are allowing him to do whatever he want to
what
do.
you want. Yep.
So it hurts my ears when I hear people say he can't do that. That's our constitution. Boy, the Constitution been dead since 1922. You better go read a book.
You better research and read, like I say, because the Supreme Court can undo, just like they just threw out and dismissed the Letitia James and James Comey, the former FBI director lawsuit that Trump had against him. Because he's basically, like I said, what he's doing is they're laying the blueprint to prosecute any political adversary. If you just like what's another Republican, Democrat, or red and blue? What's another red and blue that's been battling each other for years in a
Crips and
war?
Bloods.
There you go. That's all it is. It's just
And,
Crips
and
and
and and
blood
what's
and suits and
crazy about
ties.
it is that they on the same side.
They on the
Red
same
is
side.
right, blue is
Is
left.
left. That's but
So this stuff is not made up, man.
right,
This stuff
right.
runs
Deep,
way deeper
way deep, way deep.
than these neighborhood streets.
Yep. And if they're throwing out court cases just because Trump is their foe, the Supreme Court is like, nah, that can be tried with a little bit of evidence we got. It's just going to Supreme Court, which are mostly Republicans, and giving Trump the victories. That's it. They're just laying the blueprint out for the next couple of years. That's what's going on, man. So
Mm.
yeah, man. Yeah,
It's getting real. Then you got people. There are for real people who have been working on what you would call what is it called? Man, my mind
visas,
just went blank.
secure
Huh?
visas.
No, not secured visas. Secured creditors. That's what it is. To
Mm,
where and I don't want to get too deep in it. And I'm sure a lot of people on here know exactly what I'm talking about when I start talking about it. But the names on our IDs are business names on your
yeah,
driver's license.
all caps.
Business names that's associated with the social security number, which is kind of like an employee number, and that's how you receive the benefits from the government. Which tie back to y'all excuse me too, man. I was telling that yo before the show, man. My sinuses kicked in on me, man, probably about 2 or 3 hours before the show. So I'm over here suffering. So y'all please bear with you, boy. Boy, that thunder scared me. But yeah,
So it's
your social
Sunday.
security, yeah, that you see me while ago look out the window.
Nah, it's
I was about to run upstairs and go get the blink because I ain't know what was going on. Rolled over and look.
not grabbing the
Yeah,
blicky.
like, man, I was about to go. You was like,
The blicky
but
do, blicky
but
blicky.
yeah, that all cap name
Yeah,
is a business name
yours.
that's associated to the Social Security, which is like an employee number. Which all of that was created when you were born, and the birth certificate,
Yep,
which is owned by the state. So they actually own
yep,
us. This is how they deal with us. And so
yep,
there's a group of people who is separating from that all
yep,
caps name.
yep.
And so the way, and this is one of the reasons I pay attention to this. So because this is something that I've been looking at, right? The scary thing about the way that they're moving is now that if you separate from the all caps name, they could consider you an illegal.
Mm.
and that they consider
Mm.
you an illegal because you just took back what's rightfully
Right.
yours. That's all
You
you doing. You just
you
taking back what's yours
you're
that they
no
stole
longer
from you.
right. You're no longer. They stole your identity and with the all caps made you a corporate entity. That's
That's what they did.
what they
Yeah.
did,
And now you want to take control of that, and
and be a
they
person again.
threatening, right, exactly.
That's
A real human,
a real
flesh and
human.
blood. Yeah,
Right.
exactly. What they doing, that if you do that, now they can consider you a non-citizen and illegal, and they can snatch you up, and you know
Ain't
what I'm
that
saying. So it's
ain't that
like,
something, bro?
yeah, yeah,
Could, man,
yeah,
think about that. Man,
yeah,
that's crazy,
yeah.
bro.
And all of this started coming about when we, as the children of Israel, start learning this
Waking
stuff.
up, start
When we
waking up
start
and
waking,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
when they found out, okay, the think tanks spending millions of dollars going to Antarctica, sitting in meeting rooms all day trying to figure out how not to get the how to take the information away from them so they won't wake up. When we did that and the Most High allowed us to wake up anyway, now they got to go with another strat. They got to figure out ways. Okay,
And you gotta think too, Ayo, that the only way we were able to wake up was through the power of the
I would,
Ruach HaKodesh. That's it.
that's it.
So and this is why I always say we shouldn't be fearful of what they do, because if the
Right.
Ruach HaKodesh allowed us to start waking up to learn this information, when if we continue to stay faithful, then the Ruach HaKodesh, she gonna come and give us that. What that's why we pray. What give us this day our
Our daily
daily
bread.
bread.
Our daily bread.
When you pray these things, believe what it is that you pray. You know what I'm saying? Give me what it is that I need to be able to sustain. Give me my provisions. You know what I'm saying? I'm not scared of these devils, man. I'm
Be
not.
be
I'm not scared of these devils.
be transformed daily with the renewing of your mind.
There you
That's
go.
why. Because we with
Yeah,
with the comforter, that's what the comforter is.
that's what the
In these
comforter
troubling
is.
times, the comforter
Come,
is comfort, like
come.
literal comfort, but spiritually. Because
I couldn't
with
imagine not
anxiety,
having a comforter.
I can't imagine not having a comfort because I tell my children all the time, a lot of people may drown because the first muscle you need when you panic is your brain. That's the first muscle to
Come.
go. And if
Yup.
you panic or get anxious, you don't know what to do. You start splashing water
Right.
instead of
Right.
okay, let me just
Making
trade a little bit,
decisions
swim.
to save your
There you
life.
go. That's what the comforter is for, to literally put your soul at ease so you can think rationally within the spirit. That's what Paul was like, think on these heavenly things, not like heavenly and stuff, like, but like heavenly above your flesh, because these times are getting more trouble and brought. Man, I see so much on people is losing their minds out here in these streets, bro. Like people is losing it because of the anxiety of the political atmosphere and grocery prices and gas prices and oh, he can't do this and how they doing that, and it's just wow. But like Ox said, when they look at us, be like, how are they so calm? And not only are they calm, they laughing at HBCU games, clapping and praising the Most High. Like, what is this? And it's more angst in the air. It's more
Um,
anxiety. So yeah, man, it's an
Paul
interesting time.
said in 1 Thessalonians chapter 5,
Come on,
verse 4, he said, brethren, you are not in darkness.
mm,
What the ark is talking about.
come on,
It may
bro. Come
seem
on,
like it's dark, but we
mm,
not in darkness. Just
we're
take
not.
this back to the Gospel of John when it says that you are not children of the light. You know what I'm
Come on,
saying?
man. Come
And when
on,
you in the light, you can see, right? You say, brethren, you are not in darkness, that day should overtake you as a thief. I'm prepared. I, I'm stopping you. I did a job for a brother uh in the business that I'm in, and
mm-hmm.
he got cameras. And I was talking to the brother. He said, yeah, I want these cameras. He say, so I can see what's going on. And his shop was in a hood, right? He said, so I can see what's going on. He said, I don't care about no police. That's what he
mm,
said.
mm.
Think about that, man. So they won't
Wow.
overtake you as a thief. In other words, he's saying, say, I'm gonna be at my shop. He stayed around the corner from his shop. I'm gonna be at my shop before the police get there. I want to meet the robber. That's
Wow.
what he's saying. You dig what I'm saying? We
Yeah.
ain't in darkness, man, that all of this stuff that's coming upon us is not going to overtake us as a thief. We say you are children of light and the children of the day and are not, and we are not of night nor of darkness. This was the verse, though. It says, verse 6, therefore let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch. And the key word here, be sober.
That's it. That's it.
Be
Be
sober.
sober.
We could be drunk with fear. We could be drunk with panic. We could be drunk with dismay. We could be drunk with all of that stuff. And then go back to what the ox say. If you got all of this worry and anxiety going on, you are not going to be able to reason and be able to listen to the Ruach HaKodesh, the comforter. He who says, take my yoke upon me, for I am
Come on.
easy and my
Come on.
burden is
Burdens are
light.
like, come
And
on,
you
man.
going to allow these folks to
Come on,
ruin
man.
you and
Come
come
on.
on, man. Can't do
Come
it,
on.
bro. You know what I'm saying?
It's
I'm not
it,
scared of these devils.
right. That it's all a psychological warfare. I know we got to move on, but real quick, I was talking to somebody yesterday and they was like, bruh, the sole reason, because if you go, I had to log out of Twitter X because I had to block like 100 MAGAs because all you see is a psychological psyop. That was the main reason for Elon Musk to buy Twitter, was for our mind, because they no more can we they can no longer scare us by the old hanging in the tree. They know we woken up. They know it's a spiritual and a mind war. So it's all the more you see of. I was just talking to that girl that got killed unalived on the train in Charlotte, and I don't
Mm-hmm.
want to see nobody unalive. But that's the new 9/11. Never forget, she
Mm-hmm.
died. Never forget, never forget. That's all you see, and it's just attacking the black male, the black woman, and the black. I had to log out because I'm like, man, that's all you see. But it's all the dude
Mm-hmm.
was like, bruh, it's all psychological to get you riled up, to get you anxious, to get you fearful, like the world is already against us anyway. I was like, oh, you know what? You're right. That's absolutely right.
Mm-hmm.
It's all a psychological psyop. Go back to what Ak was just saying, what he was reading. They know we are no longer in darkness. We are now in the light. So it's all a mind. It's a mind game. All praise to the Most High for the comforter. Come on, man.
Done. Everything
Come
got an
on, man.
end, man. And I believe that what it says, many, how did it say it in Daniel? I can't
Many
remember how
tekel,
the per
many tekel parasum.
that
Yeah.
that right there, what he just said. One more again.
Many tekel parasum. Your days
and,
are numbered,
and
player.
it's there you go. There you go.
Days
Hey,
are numbered.
hey,
Your
hey.
days are numbered.
I'm
Your
just
mama
glad I wasn't too old that I was set in my ways. Because you know, age got a way of causing people to get so set in their ways that they can't hear the truth.
can't eat. It's
And I am just blessed that I wasn't too old when the truth came, that I
come
was
on,
not set in my ways and all I knew was Jesus. You
man.
know what I'm saying?
Oh man. All
Yeah.
praises,
So
boy. Whew.
as far as I'm concerned, I'm on the arc, man. We finna ride this thing out, boy. Man,
Whew.
I just got so many different analogies. When Yasu was on the back of the boat sleeping, it was storming. Hey, wake up. Don't you
Oh, it
know
was
we
like
about to, what is wrong with you,
right,
man? You a little
right,
faith, man. You done
right.
been with me this long and
This
you
long,
still fearful, man? Come on, man.
you
Just
still
get the
take the faith.
same right, man. Then
He
he
said,
said it to be still and went back to sleep. Don't
went
wake
back to
me up
sleep.
no more, man.
Right. What you waking me up for?
Yeah. The
I,
same thing I did, you could have
you
done.
could have done. You're on your own.
Come on, man. Come on.
Yeah.
Well, okay. All praises, man. Good,
Yeah.
great opening
Yeah.
to the
That was awesome.
show.
Awesome. That's
Great
awesome.
opening. Yeah. Oh, you got any sports talk? Anything before we move on to some news?
CP3. I know you probably gonna go in depth on the Mo talk, but it happened last night. The Los Angeles Clippers have parted ways with Chris Paul. He is now teamless in his last, I guess you would say, retirement tour. Because you remember about a few weeks ago when he signed with the Clippers and they were playing in Charlotte against the Charlotte Hornets, he tweeted and put in his story on IG that, man, it's for a last ride to be in my home state. It's great because, he is from Winston-Salem. Chris Paul was born and raised in Winston-Salem, played for Wake Forest, then went to the NBA. But as of last night, the Los Angeles Clippers was like, yeah, you're no longer needed, buddy. So that's one of the top headlines that I'm sure in the next couple days, it is
Well,
newsworthy.
not to cut you off,
Now
man,
go
but
ahead.
I went to go pull up his thing.
Yeah, he got about six did not plays, and that's what I'm saying.
This is
A
terrible, man.
a
Like
40-year-old retiring point guard.
he playing
Nobody
like he 40.
he playing like he 40, and I'm sure from the reports say him and head coach Tyronn Lue hasn't spoken in weeks. So I'm sure he is rubbing some people the wrong way with maybe he's trying to be like a player coach type thing. You know,
He averaging.
we when Doc Rivers was had us went Lob City, me and Blake Griffin, we did this, and y'all got more talent now than we had back then, and we was able to get to the finals and da 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 da. Man, folks is like, yo, he got to go. He got to go, man. With them, like you said, you looking at his stats,
I'm
averaging what
looking at
3 points,
these
like
two.
seven did not
If you round,
plays.
if you hey, he averaging 3 if you round up.
If you round up, that's what I'm saying.
Because it's actually
Nobody,
2.9. You know,
bruh, nobody
so,
wants to hear if you wouldn't have got injured with the Lob City Clippers back in 2014. Nobody wants to hear that, bro.
he
Now,
only averaging, and you got to think that too. That Chris Paul, he is probably one of the last 2 point guards that we had in the league, meaning that he
yeah,
was a pass first, shoot,
hey,
option.
yeah, yeah,
He's only averaging 3.3 assists a game. So yeah,
that's
it's
low.
time to go on
It's
there.
time to
I
go.
don't know. I don't know if he playing like this because he's 40 or if he playing like this because he's 40. That's a lot of years in the league. And what I mean by that is, are you playing like this because you 40 and you ain't got it in the tank no more? Or are you playing like this because you 40 and it's just,
I and I think what it is, it's a little bit of both in the age of the point guard. You got these 23, 22-year-old point guards coming out of
can't keep
college.
up? Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah. Yeah.
These boys
Yeah.
is up and
Yeah.
down the court
Yeah.
scoring 25,
That's
30 points.
they still playing
And
AAU ball in the NBA right
bruh,
now.
right now,
I don't know
and
if a lot of people done seen how they're down. They playing the AAU, man. That is a fast
it's
game.
the half court game is almost non-existent.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Almost. Not saying that. I mean, Giannis still got about 15 to 20 plays that they run for him in the
Right,
half court. But
right,
hey, if we scoring 20 fast break points, why have a half
right,
court game? That's what it's getting
right,
to.
right.
Why have a
Well,
half court game? We ain't running no half court play. We just gonna run and gun all
yeah,
game.
they letting these young boys run, man, and
Yeah.
that's what they doing. And yeah, yeah, I,
And
it does change the
nobody
game.
done change the game. And with that being said, get out there in the court, Paul. That's a good take. Maybe we'll try it, but go out there and show on the court. Then when he go out
Yeah,
there and score 2 points and miss
yeah,
5 shots, nobody wants to hear. Nobody wants to hear
yeah,
your critique.
yeah,
Bye.
exactly.
We don't want to hear that, bro.
Yep.
So
Because he actually slowed them boys down,
he
even when
do
running the offense. You know what I'm saying? Trying to run a half court offense, you slowing them boys down because you really ain't got no true power forward. When you look at an NBA team now, you got 5 guards on the floor on the cool, no matter how tall they. Look at Wimby, man. Wimby 7 foot forever, and this boy here play like a dang gun point guard.
right,
And then he'll put his back to the goal
right,
and play you like a 5 if he want to,
right.
Then
And
he'll run down the court and then somebody throw, you know what I'm saying? That's
and then with the Clippers at what 5 and 16,
yeah,
they won't. Man, that's and Kawhi, James Harden, they older. They 31, 32 years old. They ain't no young
mhm,
dudes no more. So I hate it for
yeah,
Chris, but that's all I
yeah.
had in
He
sports, man. I don't
he
have it.
went he went from averaging by 25 to only 2.9 points a game,
That's
man. Yeah,
crazy, man. That drop off has to be studied because that's a heck of a drop off, man.
that's a heck of a drop off. Yeah.
That's a heck of a drop
Yeah,
off.
so yeah, that's that, man. Oh, my sports is real quick. Cowboys beat Detroit tomorrow. That's my sports. That's my sports deal right there.
Hey,
Cowboys beat Detroit tomorrow. We gonna put more pressure on Philadelphia Eagles to get their stuff right. And
The
yeah,
Cowboys starting to put it together, man,
at the right time.
at the right
At the right
time.
time.
And the
Right, and
Eagles,
but not this here, but not to be like it ain't gotta always be about the Cowboys. How come it don't? But now I'm just
right, and the Eagles are going in the other direction. They
they
decline.
going under that. You know, I'm gonna say this and we're gonna move on. And I think I said this on Mo Talk as well. Defense coordinators and teams have figured out that if you make Jalen Hurts actually play quarterback
Yeah,
and you put pressure at him, he will make mistakes. And you could take Jalen Hurts and that all the way back to college as well. That's why he got benched when he was at Alabama as well, man. You know
right.
what I'm saying?
When
Because
Tua
if
had
you
to come
put
in.
pressure on that boy and make him think too much, that and I'm not saying he is the bad quarterback.
Right.
Let's
No.
get that understood. We don't know what kind of quarterback he is really because Philadelphia never really had to try to find out.
Right. He's just a
All they
manager,
needed him
game
to,
manager,
he's just a manager.
manage the
Exactly. So we
game.
don't really know what kind of quarterback he is, but what we do know is, and what defensive coordinators done found out is that if we send pressure at that boy, he gonna make mistakes. And
Yeah.
that's what's happening. And that's what
Yep.
that's what is it AJ Brown, the wide receiver?
That's what he's saying.
That's what he been saying.
He's
That's
been
what he
saying.
been saying. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Mhm.
why 2018 against Clemson, Tua Tagovailoa had to come in because
Uh,
Dabo Swinney had Christian Wilkins in that defense. They was lighting,
yeah.
or they was
Yep.
killing Hurts.
Yep.
And
Yep.
Nick Saban had to make a choice. And ever since
Yeah.
then, even at Oklahoma and now with
Yeah.
the Eagles, he's had that
Yep.
on him. He can't shake
Yep.
that.
Yep. You
Only a
just
game manager,
yeah.
not a real true
Yep.
quarterback
Yeah.
sigma on him. So
Right.
yeah, this next half of sports, college football playoff, Cowboys climbing in the ranks, Panthers climbing in the ranks in the NFL. It's gonna get interesting, man. It's gonna get
Carolina been
they
balling,
they've
man.
been balling lately. Like I mean,
Carolina been
they've
balling,
been
man.
balling.
They,
They
they
beat Green
really
Bay.
have.
They beat Green
Hmm.
Bay. They beat Los Angeles Rams last week, who is 9-2. We'll see.
Right.
We'll see. We'll see. We'll see.
So that's that, man. So yeah, man, let's get on to it. Let's talk some talk, girl. First up, man, Campbell Soup. You heard about what's going on with that?
I what? Yeah. So
What you
with
got?
this with this age of technology, in the last, I would say, 5 years since everybody's been in the house with COVID, and now everything was supposedly back to normal. My point is, we've had a lot of hot mic moments, or a lot of leaked audio, whether it's songs in the conference room, so-called white folks acting out and Karens with didn't know they was being recorded. It seems like this age of technology is bringing down a lot of people, and this is an interesting story that we
Hmm.
talking about with the Campbell Soup CEO getting fired because he was recorded on a hot mic saying that 3D printed chicken is in the chicken noodle soup, and the chicken and all their products is for poor people. That's wow. It's wild, bro.
My mama has always told me though, when you see some smoke, it's some fire, and for
You're right.
every lie, there is going to be an ounce of truth.
That's it.
You're gonna have some, you know what I'm saying? There's gonna be some truth to every lie that comes. You dig? So, in case you guys don't know what it is we talking about, check this out. We got a little small video. We gonna come back and we gonna react to it. Here it is, right here, right here, right here. All right, I clicked it.
We have that's for poor people. Who buys our? I don't buy cannabis products barely anymore. It's not healthy. Now that I know what the in it, I can eat bioengineered meat. I don't want to eat a piece of chicken that came from a 3D printer.
Campbell's.
Good.
This morning, Campbell Soup is denying claims about its products, allegedly made by an executive in a recorded conversation. The person in the recording is also heard belittling Campbell's customers during an expletive-filled rant.
We have that's for poor people. I don't buy cannabis products barely anymore. It's unhealthy. Now that I know what the in it, I can eat bioengineered meat. I don't want to eat a piece of chicken that came from a 3D printer.
The recording is allegedly from a conversation that's now part of a lawsuit filed by Robert Garza, a cybersecurity analyst for Campbell's, who claims he was fired after reporting the alleged remarks, which he says also included racist comments about company employees. Garza claims Campbell executive Martin Bally made those comments after the two met to discuss Garza's salary. In a statement, Garza's attorney saying, "This situation has been very hard on Robert. He thought Campbell's would be thankful that he reported Martin's behavior, but instead, he was abruptly fired." Campbell's responding saying, "If the comments were in fact made, they are unacceptable. They do not reflect our values and the culture of our company." And going on to say, "The comments heard on the recording about our food are not only inaccurate, they are patently absurd."
Nothing melts away the cold like a delicious hot bowl of Campbell's soup.
Campbell saying, "The chicken meat used in our soups comes from long-trusted, USDA-approved U.S. suppliers and meets our high-quality standards." And the company noting, Bally worked in IT and had nothing to do with food production. Bally is on leave, pending a company investigation. In the meantime, the Attorney General in Florida, a state that bans lab-grown meat, says his office is now investigating Campbell's products.
So the dude that brought the hot mic recording or however it is that you want to say, he got fired. Now I'm confused as well because I was looking at ABC World News tonight and Campbell said that Martin Bally, which I was under the impression he was the vice president of Campbell Soup, because that's what they said. Now they saying he was a tech guy in IT.
I don't. Yeah. Nah. Yeah. Because when I first heard it, I heard it was the CEO. Then I heard it was the vice president. Then now they're saying executive. But in that video, now they're saying the IT guy. Like, come on.
Yeah, he was in IT and he didn't know what it was in a way. I'm going to go with he was the vice president. That's what I'm gonna go with.
I'm gonna go with that.
I'm gonna go with he was the vice president, and I'm gonna go with his rant. And this is the thing. I don't know how people gonna feel about what I'm finna say right now, but I feel this 100%, and I'm not gonna take it back. I feel like that if me and Ayob is cool, that's my boy. And I feel like that if me and Ayob is talking about something, that conversation should stay right there with me and where that conversation, regardless of what that conversation is. You know what I'm saying? That's what I feel, man. I feel, and that go back to what you were saying earlier about in this age that we in, like the last 5 years, there's been so many hot mics. It's like people are looking for the opportunity now to do things like this, you know. Now, what this dude Martin Bally is saying, it may be 100% factual. In fact, I'm gonna say it is, especially if I'm going with him being the vice president. Who would know better?
Who would know better?
He knows.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He knows. But I feel like that he was talking to somebody in a state of trust, and that trust was mishandled. You dig what I'm saying? Now, with that being said, I'm not a Camel Soup eater anyway. You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, for the millions of people that do eat Camel Soup, you should be thankful that it has been leaked. Now, what you gonna do about it? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, right.
We gonna keep on eating it. And that's what we gonna do. Nah, bro, you might wanna. I don't know. And again, that's an opinion of me. I wouldn't, but that's my opinion. Y'all do what you want to do. But like Ox said, that's the question. What are you gonna do now that you know this? Are you gonna do more research and find out what companies invest into processing those meats and those noodles and that broth? Is that broth 100% water and chicken broth? What is in those foods that help preserve it in those cans? That's the question.
Bro, you said a mouthful there. So, I made a peanut butter jelly sandwich the other day, and my daughter was looking, she was laughing at me because I got the bread, and in my mind, I couldn't remember how long this bread had been sitting here. You dig what I'm saying? But the bread looks so fresh, dude. I opened it up. and this is not the first time I done talked about this in this house. Like, do bread even mold anymore? You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Like, dude,
right,
you for real got to keep up with time with bread now when you bought it and how long it's been there, because I don't believe that bread molds anymore, meaning they go back to what you were saying. What are we eating? What are you putting in it that's preserving it like this here?
right, right,
And with this bioengineered meat, well, we know that this is going to start coming about, right? I believe that a lot of the ground meat that you probably buying now is bioengineered and 3D printed. I believe that some of the steaks that you are buying now is probably bioengineered and 3D printed. But if it is, and we know that you guys are doing this, tell me, do you feel the same? Am I wrong or what? We can't stop it. So at least label it and let
right.
people know
We
that this
decide.
is what it is.
Right, right. Because you're gonna have most people probably still are gonna eat it, even if they knew. Just like how many countless videos have we seen people take a McDonald's cheeseburger and set it out in a
For a
box
month.
for a month, and it don't attract flies, it don't have any it ain't deteriorated, it's still intact like you just bought it. That ain't real
And
food.
people, and you can
So
go to McDonald's right now and the line
and
full.
line full. Every time I pass by McDonald's, line full. So again, even though the technology is there for everybody to do their research, even though people have made countless videos, countless articles on these foods, again, like Ox said, you give the research to the people. You basically got a computer in your pocket that you can make a phone call from, that you can look up any information. You still have to have discernment and disseminate the correct information. But there you go. Like I just said, people don't care
People don't
at
care.
all.
Man,
So
you got a brother on Instagram that'll cook a whole bear shoulder.
a
A
whole
black
bear shoulder,
a Harold
bro.
bear. So you think he ain't finna go eat some 3D meat, 3D printed meat
Thank you. People eating grilling beavers with the teeth still in and
with the
everything.
teeth still in it?
They are
Dude
not gonna
had a whole line of coons lined up with the whole head still
whole
on it,
head,
skin.
eyeball still, bruh.
Look at that
They
shit.
right. They do not care about a McDonald's cheeseburger not deteriorating, and they
No,
definitely don't care about an executive for Campbell Soup talking about how their products are for poor people.
right.
They still gonna eat it. You don't
They
think
still gonna eat it.
somebody that's making $1 million a year, if they 4-year-old have to stay out of school and sick, guess what they popping open? Campbell Soup.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna warm it up in the microwave,
Cause it's
and
quick.
because it's
Yeah.
quick. There you
Cause
go.
it's quick. And
So
that's what they've been told that you need to
that you
feed your
need.
cold with. You need to feed that cold. Feed it with
Right.
what?
Feed it
Campbell soup.
Campbell soup.
With
That's
the
what we grew up
3D
on.
print. Hey,
Right.
they 3D printed the label on this printer, and right next to it, they 3D printed the meat.
Meat. That joint is a peel. You put a drop of water on that joint, and that
Hey,
don't turn into food. And they scan it.
right.
Like what
Well,
is like
initially, they didn't fire Martin Bailey. Martin Bailey wasn't fired initially. Who was fired was the dude,
Gaza?
Garza. He
Garza.
was fired. Um, everybody looking for a payday too. They go
Yeah.
back to one of the things we was talking about. Like, why did he even? The question I have is, what made him go in there to record? He said that he thought the Campbell soup would be uh appreciative of the audio. You know what I'm
Well,
saying? I think that Joker probably went in there trying to strong arm something. You know,
right.
what's the
If
word? It's a word I'm looking for.
yeah, if he was going to talk to him about salary, he was
Right.
looking for a come up, make some more money.
Yeah, that's what yeah.
And he might have been recording him to say, "Oh yeah, I got this raise on this particular time." And yeah, I heard HR and the big wigs
It's
talking about
excursion.
how what'd you say?
Uh is it called excursion? I'm still trying to think of that word, but I'm listening to you.
Extortion?
Blackmail, yeah, black
Extortion.
extortion. That's the
Extortion.
word. Yeah,
Yeah. He was
extortion. Yeah.
he was probably trying to ask him, hey, is IT going to get a raise? Oh no, they already I know they told y'all that y'all was, but they already said y'all not getting a raise. That's probably
Mm-hmm.
the conversation, the way it went, it might not even was supposed to go that way. And that could be
Mm-hmm.
why Campbell's fired him. Once they found out the intent, oh, you was trying to get some information to make some more money. Oh, no, you got to go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a lot of most big companies, big corporations like that, you got to understand Campbell's been around since the late 1800s. They ain't going to play that, bro. They not.
Nah, yeah, Campbell's been around a long
Long
time.
time. They ain't playing that.
Yeah,
Oh, you're going to try to extort.
yeah,
So if you'll extort him, you'll do that to anybody. Nah,
right.
deuces.
Exactly.
Twice out.
Check this out. I'm gonna put something in the comments that is interesting that kind of corroborate with what it is that we're saying. Uh, Bring that down. There it is. Just loading. It says that Robert Garza, a former Camel employee, he recently released an alleged year old. That's what
Yeah.
we was talking
Yeah.
about. Why wait a whole year on
Yeah.
that? You going in there with a motive. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So he probably had the audio going in there talking about a raise, and Bailey was like, this is what we could give you, or we can't give you nothing. And he probably shared with Bailey, hey, I got this audio of you talking about this here. I'm gonna go.
Mm.
Bailey, like you say, he a millionaire, VP
Right.
of a Campbell's. You know what
Right.
I'm saying?
Right. Right.
More than how they got it too. That's his buddy, probably the president, right? That
Right.
that hired him.
Yep.
Say, go do what it is you gonna do. You know what I'm saying? And he got himself ushered right on out the door. Bet we not gonna hear the last of this. Guards are probably gonna try to lawsuit Campbell.
Yeah. Yeah. You gonna
Yeah,
sue
for
him.
firing them. Yeah, but a year old though, man. Now you coming up with this because you didn't get your way. That's extortion, man.
It's extortion.
That's
That's extortion.
extortion.
That's extortion. So yeah, somebody looking for a payday, and Campbell's. Sometimes people say, hey, some companies are too big to fail. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, in this
Campbell ain't
age,
going nowhere.
they're not going nowhere. But with in this age, places like Target and other places in the last year, did they take a hit? Yeah, but
Yeah,
Target's still here. Like you said, Target's still here.
yeah.
So Campbell's is still gonna be here. They ain't going
You know
nowhere.
what? You know what they do? All they do is change names.
Yeah, rebrand. Yeah, rebrand.
It'd be the same. It'd be the same 3-old bioengineered meat
Yep.
in a blue can instead of a white can
Right. Yep.
with
Oh,
one of they grandkids
on
names
the
on
front.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Christine soup.
Instead of I ain't not Campbell's no more. Christine soup.
Yeah, Christine soup. You
Oh,
know
this is
that?
new. Let's
Yeah.
try this one. It'd be the same
Same,
stuff.
same bioengineered 3D printed meat. By what time we do? It's about that time, ain't it? For beyond critical race
Yeah,
theory, man.
no
Yeah,
doubt.
it gotta be. It gotta be about that time. If it ain't, it is now.
It
I
is now.
told you,
Let's get it.
hey.
We winging
One
it.
of my favorite segments of the Truth Be Told Flex podcast, where we step into our classroom and learn our past, present, and future. That's right. Let's dive in. Dive into what the world calls beyond critical race theory and what we call beyond critical race and culture facts. With no further ado, let's get it.
Oh
Right.
man, yes, we are back with one of the favorite segments, Beyond Critical Race Theory, or we can call Transcendent Essential Heritage Knowledge and Facts. That's what Banaf calls it. And tonight we're gonna take a another turn, and we got a topic at the end of the show that kind of goes along with this, and we're gonna talk about some things tonight. We've alluded to some of these before. We've talked about the Black Wall Street in Tulsa. We've talked about the Wilmington massacres. We talk about different massacres, Rosewood. But there's been so many more. You got the New York City draft riot of 1863. You got the Rosewood massacre, of course, of 1923. You've got the Knoxville, Tennessee race riots of 1919. You've got the Washington, D.C. race riots. So we've got so many things that we have tried to build on our own. They tell us, pull yourself up by the bootstraps. You guys are savages. There's nothing good that comes out. I mean, even in the word, it talks about it, say anything good that comes out of there. So we've always tried to do these things, but what happens? A certain set of folks show up only to tear us down. So, how successful Black communities were burnt down through race riots. We're going to go through a couple tonight, so bear with me. It's not that lengthy, but listen to what I'm reading so we can understand what we're talking about. The story and journey of so-called Black people in America's history can never be told with a joyful face. There is always sorrow and sadness in the mix. The treatment of Black people in America after slavery can be said to be just as gruesome as the atrocities of slavery. After so-called slavery, so-called Black people started to organize ourselves into productive and prosperous communities. We built schools, owned businesses, and even had a middle and sometimes upper class. This was a problem, as our white neighbors who were once masters of so-called slaves found themselves in a competition of dominance with their former slaves. Think about it like that. Your former slave is now getting ahead of you. This caused great resentment and envy among the so-called white people, and oftentimes this resentment led to confrontations and violence against our community. Let's listen to some of these successful Black communities that were burnt down and destroyed. The Atlanta race riot of 1906. After the American Civil War had been fought and ended, former African enslaved people began venturing into politics, setting up their own businesses and getting recognition as a social class. This led to increased tensions between so-called Black wage workers and the so-called white elites. These tensions led to hate and ill feelings from the so-called whites as the so-called Blacks acquired more civil rights. This included the right to vote. It was hard for racist Americans who had unalived and subjugated so-called Blacks for hundreds of years to accept that we would have equal rights as they do. It seemed like their world of hate was crashing on them. In 1906, the gubernatorial election between M. Hoke Smith and Clark Howell brought the existing tensions to a boiling point. Both candidates were competing for Democratic nominations and were searching for ways to deprive African American voters from voting. Both men felt that the population of so-called Black voters could throw the election to the other candidate. Both men were influential in the press, and they used their positions in the Atlanta Journal and the Atlanta Constitution respectfully to incite so-called white voters against so-called Black people. They spread the fear that if whites allow Blacks to vote, they may not be able to sustain the current social order which oppressed us. To further reinforce the tensions, papers such as the Atlanta Georgian and the Atlanta News started to publish stories on how so-called white women were raped and molested by Black males. There's the propaganda. Listen to that propaganda. These allegations, which were solely lies, were reported multiple times by so-called white people. Listen to that propaganda. Atlanta newspaper on September the 22nd, 1906, reported 4 alleged assaults on local so-called white women. This caused outrage among so-called white people, and soon, listen to this, about 10,000 while men and boys were gathered. They went into town beating, stabbing, and unaliving us. The estimated number of us who died from that onslaught was around 40, but personal accounts by Blacks put it at way above that number. Listen to this. ending with this in this story. In self-defense, only 2 so-called whites were killed. If 10,000 of them showed up, it was way above 40 of us. One last one. And this one I've never really heard about, but I wanted to highlight this. The Chicago race riots. This one is new to me. Check this out. During World War I, a great number of so-called blacks migrated from the rural South to the cities of the North. This caused great tensions, and the tensions reached its peak in the Red Summer of 1919. The tensions led to violent racial abuse of so-called black people, which were also called riots to remove the heinous nature and intents of these events. During the war, the city's railway companies, meatpacking houses, and steel mills needed people to work in them. And since a good number of the so-called whites had gone to fight, the so-called black people who moved from the South occupied the job positions. While the so-called whites was at war, we just took the jobs naturally. The population of us in Chicago rose from 44,000 in 1910 to, check this, what does this remind you of, to 235,000 about 1930. So in 20 years, it skyrocketed. We went from double digits, literally, or 5 digits to 6 digits. After the war ended in 1918, thousands of white servicemen came home to find their positions at their jobs occupied by us. These caused more tensions in the city, and on July 27th, 1919, a young so-called African-American boy was stoned and drowned by white youths in Lake Michigan. His offense was challenging the unofficial segregation of the beaches in Chicago. After his death, the police refused to make arrest of those who unalived him. That caused 1 week of race rioting between whites and blacks in Chicago. But as usual, our so-called neighborhoods were badly hit since they had no police or law to protect them. On the 13th of August, after the riots, 15 whites and 23 so-called blacks had died, with over 500 people injured. Among the damages done to the so-called black community was the loss of over 1,000 homes that were burnt down by white rioters. Even then, President Wilson blamed the white people for the riots, calling them the aggressor in the riots and uprising. Now, that is the end, but I wanted to read this. Me and Ak was going through this earlier. It reminds me of First Maccabees. First Maccabees 1, 7 through 9, where it talks about Alexander the Greek, not the Great, but the Greek. It says First Maccabees 1, 7, 8 through 7, 8, 9. So Alexander reigned 12 years and then died. Listen to this. And his servants bare rule, every one in his place. Here it is. After his death, they all put crowns upon themselves. So did their sons after them many years. And evils were multiplied in the earth. Yeah. So that's it, fam. What do you think about that, man? Could just think if none of those rides, none of those homes, none of that land taken, and we were able to keep that from then until now. Can't hear y'all.
That's generational wealth they stole from us, huh?
That's it. That's it.
You can't hear me?
Yeah, I can. Yeah,
Oh,
I can hear
okay.
you. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
But
Yeah,
that's
that's
it. Generational
generational
wealth.
wealth. Yeah,
Yep.
that they have stolen from us, man. And you know, that's why I put that first text up in there, out of Exodus, man. Because
Great
that's been the
scripture.
spirit from the very beginning when it deal with us, man. Let us deal wisely with them.
Yep.
Uh we scare them, man. Uh that we can't be enough down. They can't have a knee in our neck enough
Enough.
for them to be at ease because they understand. It's like if you fighting a lion, just think about this. If you fighting a lion and some kind of way you have gotten the best of that lion, you is not going to ease up off of that boy. If you got him, you are not, because you know if you ease up off of him a little bit,
He a lion.
he he a lion.
He a lion.
That's what they know about us. Scriptures say
Yeah.
that we were
Come on.
created in the image of Yah, and
Woo.
they have not forgotten that. They
Woo.
know that. So don't underestimate your enemy. Ain't that what they always taught?
Yep.
And
Yep.
they recognize us as their enemy. And the sad thing is that we don't. We have countless books of history of the atrocities that have been committed against us by them. And yet we still some kind of way feel like we want to be in their area. Or we still want to say that they're not as bad as it seemed to be when they are telling us who they are. And they are always got that mind state of let us deal wisely with them lest they multiply. I think about that coming out of slavery. And we mentioned this on this show several times.
Yep.
Coming out of slavery, and now I'm on pace to do
To
better
better.
than he who had me enslaved.
Boy, that's scary.
Just
That's
let that sink in. If they had left us alone, none of us would be poor for real.
and you
Because the one thing that our patriarchs had, our grandfathers and great grandfathers, they had a work ethic that was out of this world. And you telling me if they had had the land
man, bro. Do you know
with the family ethics that we have naturally as a people?
how many grocery stores, gas stations, hospitals,
Yeah,
agriculture,
well,
farms, lakes,
the
rivers
White
that we
House for real would be black. And
bro.
I'm not saying that being, and they
I
know
feel
this,
for
sir. That's why
like
Pharaoh said what he said. Let us deal wisely with them, man.
and
Lest they multiply.
even though they know that it's a spiritual thing,
Huh.
and they know that man, we beat these people down so much to the fact that not only are they about to pass us, we we might not be existent if they keep this
Right,
up.
right,
So we
right.
got to burn, we got to pour water over their towns and make a lake out of it. We have to.
We
They
have
didn't have a
to.
choice.
They did,
And
yeah,
like I said, this is what that propaganda machine on Twitter, this is why it's a psychological war, because they want you to think reading this and going into the class. That's why they took it out the classrooms.
yeah. I was
They
just
want
gonna
you to
say
think
that.
this is bad. No,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
racist. You
yeah,
can't say that.
yeah.
Well,
If it's
I'm just
bad, then
reading.
that means that y'all bad.
Right.
If
Even the president,
it's bad, that means that y'all are bad.
even the president at the time, Woodrow Wilson was like, "Look, y'all,
Right.
this is on us. This is on us.
Yeah.
Them people wasn't bothering us.
Right.
They wasn't bothering us,
Do we ever? Do we ever be bothering them? It's the question.
bruh." And
You know what
again,
I'm saying?
no, they'll take one instance. Like I said, go to Twitter right now, and all you will see in Magaland is, and again, the Ukrainian girl's family. Condolences. I don't like to see people unalive. But
Right.
but what I just read, the blood that spilled, and this is all they talk about. Never forget the Ukrainian girl on the train. Never forget, never forget, never forget. But y'all want us to forget this? How do you? And then again, when we just mention it, oh, that's in the past, and you bringing up racism, and that's wrong. It's published. It's out there. You can
It's
read
out
it.
there. That's right.
You can go
That's
and Google
right.
it.
That's right.
That's like I said. Don't attack me for reading it. That's like somebody throwing water on you and you get mad at the cup. Like instead of the person throwing the water out the cup, you get mad at the cup. Like, what is
Yup.
this?
Yup. Yeah. Scriptures say that we dwell in tents. Jacob.
Come on, we
We
chill,
we chill.
chill. We don't bother nobody.
Yeah. Esau, what it say about Esau? That joke.
Wow,
Wow. And everything that you
crazy.
get, you gonna get it how? By taking it.
By taking it by sword and war.
You know?
That's your
And that's
blessing.
just, and that's exactly what it is. But they instead of them using the word stole, they say
Conquered
discovered.
or discovered and conquered.
Yeah, you know what I'm
But
saying?
I don't know if you know, they got billboards up there now like that. Stop saying we are on stolen land. Never forget this land was conquered by us. They got billboards saying that.
Never seen that, but it don't surprise me because that's who they are. That's why you got statues of their of their bloodshed individuals that they raise. Look at have you guys just paid attention to Hedges, the Secretary of Defense or War,
Yes,
whatever? Just
yes,
pay attention to how he move, how he
bro.
operate, how he talk. Just pay attention to him.
Uh,
He is a prototypical type of Amalek. I'm
yes.
trying to keep
Yeah, I
words.
know it. I know it.
Y'all
I know.
follow me, okay?
Yeah, yeah.
He is a prototypical type of Amalek,
Yes,
man.
yes,
What
absolutely.
they just did over, yo, let me say this. Your Beyond Critical Race Theory was an excellent segue
Into
into
what?
the
Yep, yep.
exactly,
That's
into
why
the
I wanted to bring.
conversation.
Yep, yep, yep. All praises. That's why I wanted
Great
to bring it out.
segue into the conversation.
Oh man.
But what they did, I believe, over the weekend with that ship and the airstrike is exactly what it is that we're talking about when it comes to them. There was a command which was kill them all. And I don't know if you guys are familiar with or know about the ship that they struck that was supposedly, quote unquote, had drugs that they was bringing over. What was that ship coming from? It
Venezuela
it
was it?
wasn't. No, it wasn't Venezuela. That's what my wife said earlier. I don't believe it was Venezuela. It might have been Venezuela because they about to go to war with Venezuela for war. That might have been a Venezuela boat. That wasn't Venezuela. She said she was the president that he what was that president from that he just pardoned? He is from
Oh, Honduras. Honduras.
there. Okay, then right. He's from Honduras, baby.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this ship was coming from Venezuela. Supposedly it had drugs on it. They had bombed the ship. Boom, like battleship. Boom, it's out of there. Boom, it's sinking. People dead. Boat was on fire. But somebody said kill them all. On their video feed, they saw two individuals still alive,
Mm-hmm. That's it.
and they did a second strike. Explain to me. How does it make sense?
It doesn't.
Make
That's
it make sense to me.
right. It doesn't make sense, and that's why you had the black captain in that Southern Naval Squadron retire abruptly last month because he knew coming down the pike. And again,
It's
all those generals that they called to Washington D.C. and when the president and the Secretary of War Pete Hegseth when they made that crazy speech, this is there has been no due process. You cannot say, oh, we see some drug dealers and some terrorists coming out of so and so. Let's go blow them up.
that's not the first time they've done it either.
This is not the first time. This is like the third or fourth time that this has
Right,
happened. And
right,
now you have internationally, you have rumblings of war crimes that start to
right,
talk about this stuff.
right,
15, 20 years ago, shoot, just 5, 10 years, you would have never heard the United States
right.
mentioned. People were fearful. The world was fearful to even utter those words. Now you're hearing rumblings. Can we get Pete Hegseth for war crimes? Can Donald J. Trump be removed by the 25th Amendment under war crimes? Now you're starting to hear this stuff because, again, the world is realizing United States, you are a paper tiger. You're the
That's
baddest
it.
tiger on paper.
On paper.
You're no longer feared across the world like you were in the Reagan years. Do y'all check this out? And do
No,
y'all
you good,
know
huh?
we are the United States? These United States of America, look it up, it's the only entity, the only world power to drop nukes.
Yep. That's it. And they did it because they could.
They did it
And
because
they would tell you that we did it to strike fear.
drop
They
two.
would tell you, yeah, two.
Hiroshima, Nagasaki.
Yeah, yeah,
Paid them folks, gave them folks money.
right.
But that doesn't erase the fact that you're the
That you dropped the
only
nukes. Yeah,
world power that has dropped multiple nukes.
yeah.
And now all of a sudden, y'all want us to think that you have intel that drug dealers and terrorists are coming and you blew them up. And then on the other side, the president of these United States have pardoned a known drug dealer for president of Honduras that was doing a 45-year sentence. He just
Yep.
got pardoned. He is now home eating steaks
Yeah.
and shrimps
So
and
you
salad.
blowing up drug dealers
But
on one hand, and on the other hand, you giving a known drug dealer a pardon. Make this make sense, man.
Make it make sense.
Make this make sense. And it's like I was telling the Ak with Venezuela. They're about to declare war on Venezuela. They listen to what the words that Trump told them. Trump told them, look, you can save your life. This I'm paraphrasing it just a little bit. Just a little bit. I've got that hundo hand. That's how that hundo. Just a little bit.
That's my art
Yeah.
word, Hondo.
Yeah. Because this is what the dude was saying for real. He said, y'all can save y'all life. You, your wife, and your kids. But you gotta leave now. This ain't got nothing to do with drugs, people.
No, man.
They would tell you that this has to do with drugs. They would tell you that this has to do with democracy. You know what this has to do with?
Come on.
Venezuela is sitting on the biggest oil reserve in the entire world.
That's exactly what it's about.
And when you look at the history of Donald Trump is like, it's like, what's visible? Ahaz. He wants something.
He gonna get it.
He gonna get it.
He gonna get it.
But he don't need Bezel. He don't need
Jezebel.
Yeah, Jezebel. Thank you. He don't need Jezebel to get it for him.
Right.
He gonna get it himself.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what he doing. This ain't got nothing to just like what's happening in Gaza. We talking about, I want y'all to follow us, okay? Listen to what we saying. We talking about a specific group of people, okay? In case y'all didn't know, okay? Just like what's happening in Gaza. This ain't got nothing to do with what they supposedly had done to Israel. If that really happened, it was a setup so that they could do what they are doing in Gaza.
Exactly. Exactly.
Because they wanted that beachfront. Y'all president is so arrogant that when he talked, my mama always told me, let a man talk long enough, you'll realize what his heart is.
Yep. Yep.
He has said countless of times, go back in the archive, that this is going to be a beautiful place. What do you mean, man? These folks is in war. You already got in your mind about the hotels and the casinos and all the other stuff. Why? Because this was the intentions from the start.
That's for the intent.
Where is the value with these people is the question that I'm asking.
Again, the beyond critical race facts we just went over and what we're talking about now in real time. Because remember, folks, our lives are parallel with our ancestors. Our lives are parallel with Hamashiach and John the Baptist and Abraham, Isaac. If Pharaoh was saying this in 70 BCE, let's deal shrewdly with them, let's be wise. This Pharaoh is not going to be any different. Matter of fact, his heart going to be even a little colder. And that's what's happening. So, like I said, what is the value that is being brought in with these folks? Find it. What, capitalism? What kind of coach? Capitalism in the culture?
Right.
And capitalism and racism.
Right.
That's
it.
Those colonizers. That's culture. That's value. That's the only type of value.
Right.
And it may sound harsh, but it's just truth. And again, they can't even be truthful and say, we want that oil.
Right.
They masquerading this thing as some type of, just like President Bush went down. He was on the trajectory to be one of the best presidents ever. They had it set up. And then these weapons of mass destructions, they said they had the tubes that they make not, I was about to say vibranium, father fix it. The stuff to make the nuclear weapons. Y'all know what I'm talking. I'll think about it in a second. Never found any weapons.
Still to this day. Haven't found anything, man.
Haven't found nothing. Took a whole
Still to this day. So what came out? What came out of that? Poppy
what
seeds.
Kind of value? There you
Poppy
go.
seeds came out of that. That's when you had now you got a whole nation over here dealing with what? Opioid crisis, man. Uranium.
Thank you. Golly, boy. Thank you. Uranium.
I couldn't even help you, man. My sinuses got me so fried over here. I can't even think of Ahaz's name and his wife.
Boy, that uranium, it was right there at the frontal lobe, and every time I went to grab it, it kept slipping out and laughing at me. Thank you. See, that's what true brotherhood is all about. But yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? Poppy seeds came out of that, man. That's when Big Pharma came out of them being over there at that particular time, man. Right? And this is the same thing now. Everything that they do with the intent of taking, stealing, and they don't mind killing for what it is that they want.
That's it.
They don't. And then they say it's mine. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I was gonna say, look at what we just read.
Right.
You gonna burn down people's homes just because they wanted to vote? That we know that wasn't the real reason. That was the reason you said, because the underlying reason, we can't let these folks we just let these folks go 30 years ago, and now they starting to get ahead. We gotta burn their houses down.
You gotta burn them down.
Pour water over Oscarville and make Lake Lanier.
You know how many Negroes are pulled over in big cities because they drive
nice cars?
Police are not understanding how niggas, how you got that car. You got to be an athlete. You got to be one of them rappers.
Right.
And then it make them even madder when you a doctor, whoever you are, or you an attorney. You dig what I'm saying? That make them even madder. Why? Because it was never set up for us to have these type of things over here, man.
Right.
That's supposed to be theirs. Everything over here is supposed to be. This is for real. When you look at America, I'm finna condense it down to this is supposed to be white people's country club, and we are not invited. My brother said that's why he drive a cargo van.
Listen, exactly. I drive a Chrysler Town and Country van with 2 car seats. Police be like, "Oh boy, that's an old dad right there, and leave him alone."
Right.
You're right though, and don't let it be a pastor in a big city, one of us that's actually trying to do right, that's driving a nice car, got a good congregation, feed the homeless. Let him get pulled over. He'll get treated
Right,
worse than anybody.
right. Anybody. Exactly.
It's
Exactly.
crazy, man.
Yeah.
What value does that bring?
So the I read off Chicago and Atlanta. There was
Yep.
so many more people.
It's so, oh man, that's
There
I
was
couldn't
so many more.
so many more.
We, when you are about to hear a few towns, and I'm just gonna give towns. I'm not going to go into any of these stories. But when you see the wealth that has been stolen from us over here, it should make you mad. So
Makes
the
you
I gave you Atlanta and Chicago. You guys got to go look this up if you want to. Jackson Ward, which was in Richmond, Virginia. The
mm-hmm.
nickname of that one was called the Harlem of the South.
Mm.
It was the birthplace of black capitalists.
Wow.
Again, Jackson Ward, Richmond, Virginia. Then we have one that I guess you would pronounce this um, Haiti, Hayti. This was close to you guys in Durham, North Carolina.
Mm-hmm. Little Haiti.
The,
Yeah.
the nickname of this here was the black capital of the South.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it was, man. Right? The brother gave you Atlanta, Georgia, right? Which is Sweet Arbin. That nickname was the richest Negro street in the world. This is wealth that has been
Yep.
taken from us, people.
If
The
anybody,
richest Negro street
yep.
in the world.
Bro. That's where the Sweet Auburn Fest, the annual Sweet Auburn Fest in Atlanta that I used to go to every year. That's where that came from. This is what he's talking about.
We had another one. He gave us Chicago, right? The nickname of
Yep.
Chicago. I don't know if you did you give the nickname the Black Metropolis?
No, I didn't
That's,
know. I just gave
that,
Chicago Rich Fries, Black
that
Metropolitan. That's
was the.
correct. That's correct. Yep.
Then we got U Street, Shaw, which was in DC, Chocolate City.
Chocolate
Used to
City.
be called Chocolate City. This was
Yep.
called Black Broadway, people.
Yep. Yep.
Then we got Fourth Avenue District, Birmingham, Alabama.
Bama. Yep. Yep.
Birmingham, Alabama. The there's no nickname for that one, but again, that was one of our economic powerhouses.
Yep.
All of these communities was destroyed by violence, man.
Yep.
Of course, we know Rosewood, right?
Yep.
Elaine, which was in Arkansas.
Arkansas. Yep.
Yep, which was in Arkansas. It was all destroyed by violence.
Yep.
So it's like the ox said that if they had left us alone, right,
Man.
allowed us to just be because we was minding our own
I
business,
don't know
they
business.
just left us alone. Where would we be right now? We wouldn't need
Ooh,
government assistance, right? They would
that's right.
probably be working for us by now. And this
That's
is
right.
another reason y'all got to understand the Most High. I say this all the time. He did not allow us to come over here for prosperity.
That's right.
So when it seemed like we was about to get up there, nah, niggas,
Nah,
y'all ain't learned
y'all
yet.
ain't learned yet.
I
Y'all
put
won't.
you over here to be up under this here. But when you go read Enoch, Enoch could tell you that our oppressors went too far.
They went too far. They did. They did the most.
They did the
They
most.
did the most.
And he gonna deal with them for doing the
We'll deal with it
most.
for doing that. Absolutely.
They have done the most. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, this is crazy, dude. When you
Yep.
go through this list, and I know that the list that we have, this is
Oh man,
not
this
the
is.
end of the list.
Oh
There,
man,
there, there
it's
is more.
oh man, it's so St. Louis.
Right.
I don't know the nickname to that, but you got St. Louis, you got Knoxville, Tennessee, the New York City Draft. You mentioned the Washington Chocolate City, DC rise. You got so much more that they just seen prosperity, made up something to come and attack us, and then attacked us.
Then attack us. And they doing the same thing today. Right
Same
now,
thing
in
today.
real time, they are attacking us again, like we was talking about. Well, we got about 15 minutes. We
Yeah.
was talking about the dual
Citizenship.
Citizenship. This is an attack on us. Let's get to that one right quick if we can.
Yep.
Let me see, where is that article at? GOP Senator moves to
Yeah.
end dual citizenship. Listen to the verbiage. Matter of fact, that, and I want to pull up also a post that Trump tweeted out a few days ago. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see. Hold on. Let me turn that off. There it is right there. So Trump tweeted out, I wish I could find this tweet so I could put it on the screen, but he says, listen to this verbiage. He says, even as we progress technologically, he says immigration policy has eroded those gains and living conditions for many. I will permanently pause migration from all third world countries to allow the U.S. system to fully recover. Terminate all of the millions of Biden illegal admissions, including those signed by Sleepy Joe Biden auto pen. And this is where it gets interesting. This is why I wished I could pull this up. He says, and remove anyone. See, small words are big. He says, and remove anyone who is not a net asset to the United States.
Mm.
Did y'all understand what he just said there? Remove anyone that is not a net asset to the United States. When I read that, I read my cousins and aunties and uncles and maybe nephews that is probably receiving government assistance. That there it is right there. All praises to Art. Thank you, Art.
You got it. You got it. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's the
That's
post.
what I see when he say that. Anyone that is not a net value to, net asset to the United States or is incapable of loving our country. There you go. Oh, so you're not gonna stand for the national flag?
Right. There you go. See, boy,
Listen to this language. This
it's
is dangerous talk.
it's about to get ugly.
Oh, so this is how you feel about me as your president? You are now enemy of the state. Do y'all? I'm gonna give some homework tonight. Go read what the the Patriot Act really is about.
Really is about.
Go read it and understand it and when it came about. In all reality, we're already enemies of the
Yep.
states.
Yep. And what you're looking at, guys, like Ox said, this is a post from the president
Right.
of
From a
these United
president.
States, from a sitting
Yes.
president. Like, let that sink in.
Right. He says, what else he says here? He says, are incapable of loving our country and all federal benefits and subsidies to non-citizens of our country. Now let's pause there. When we talking about doing away with dual citizenships, how many people do you know that is a citizen of the United States, but they have went somewhere? I know somebody really, really close to me, like blood close to me, so close to me that we are, we share the same DNA, a dual citizenship.
Right.
Citizenship here, born here, raised here, have moved to another country and got citizenship there. So you saying that if they don't choose between one or the other, you gonna make the decision for them, and the decision is going to be you illegal and you got to get up out of here.
Right.
Make this stuff make sense, man. The harder, and this is why the scriptures say the man of sin shall be what? Revealed
Yep.
in these last days. And instead of us sitting around, and what we do is when we see stuff like this, we complain about it, man, yo, and we like to get in circles with each other as black people to talk about, man, Trump crazy, man, he ain't nothing but a
Yeah.
racist, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Instead of understanding the
And it is
spirit that's coming behind this
behind it.
here, man.
Right. It's Ruwako more than anything.
Y'all talk as if this is normal and that everything is going to pass away from the. Nah, this is only going to get worse. And I'm not saying that to be fearful, we should curve that's the beginning of the show, right?
Yep.
But the scripture say be sober, so what? It don't come upon you as a thief in the
Thief
night.
in the night, suddenly. Because
Suddenly.
if it comes upon you suddenly, guess what? All logic and all reasoning goes out the door. You're
That's
going to
right.
react out of anger because you're so emotional. Again, everybody under the sound of my voice, go look at Transformers 1. That's what happened to Megatron. Once they find out what the Sentinel was doing, that they all had powers, and they woke up and they found the truth that they could transform, Optimus and the crew was like, let's go back and tell the other people that we could be transformed. Megatron was like, nah, we need to go get dude for lying to us. That's
Yup.
all he saw.
That's all he saw.
He didn't have his logic and reasoning left. And
Yup.
he just wanted get back. And this is
Yup.
what they're trying to do. So they can
Yup.
justify on what? Like Ox said, deporting us, getting rid of us. What you gonna do with the, like Ox said, you just talking on the phone to your cousin. Next thing he gone because he had a post coming against the administration. Now he got deported.
Yup. And you know he was born in North Carolina or in Texas or in California. You know he was born. You know what I'm saying? Somewhere around here, man.
Right. You're
Right?
gonna have to
Every
have the
ID he
ruach.
got, you're gonna have
You're gonna,
every ID he got said American citizen, but this administration is now taking that away from him.
saying you can't be you was born here, but you got citizenship in Spain. Go live in Spain.
Yeah, that's what he gonna say.
Go live in Spain.
And what he gonna say? Check
Read
this out. Can you
Go
pull
ahead.
that back up? Can
Yeah.
you put go no? Go ahead and finish what you was going to say.
I was
But
gonna
yeah,
say they're gonna say because look, even the Pope himself got dual citizenship. What you gonna make the Pope go back to Argentina or
come on
Spain
now,
or Italy?
come on now.
You can't do. See, this is what, and this is the issue. They're gonna have to do that for everybody. You can't just
Yeah.
do that for immigrants or us. You gotta do it for everybody. There you go.
Man, I hope y'all paying attention to this, man. This one little post right here, man, was crazy when I read it, man.
Yep.
He says, he says that in all federal benefits and subsidies to non-citizens of our country, so they go back to what we were saying to our individuals that we know that they will deem as a non-asset to the country. They gonna end those benefits, and they done showed you that they could when they shut the government down, right? There was a lot of stuff that happened during that time too that we don't even know about either, right?
Yep.
But he says denaturalize migrants who undermine domestic tranquility. That's you people who feel like that you want to protest. It's a lot. Listen to this language, man. Domestic tranquility and deport any foreign national who is a public charge, security risk, or non-compatible with what? Western civilization.
That's wild, bro.
These goals will be pursued with the aim of achieving a major reduction. Listen to small words of big, a major what? Reduction. So if you're trying to reduce something, you're going to have to what? Refill. Look, my coffee cup is now empty. I'm eventually going to have to go. So go back and read, is it 1 Kings or 2 Kings? I think it's 2 Kings, 15 and 16. When the king came in, he took the northern kingdom out. And when he took the northern kingdom out, he put all of his people in.
Yeah. Yep. That's
history is going to repeat itself.
Our lives are parallel. And like when that happens, you're going to have the comforter because we're going to have to figure it out as a collective on what to do. We're going to have to cry out to the Most High.
That's
We're
right.
going to have to literally ask the Most High
That's
himself.
right.
What do we do, Abba? Father, what do we do?
Hey, you
Like
gotta
we,
remember, Daniel went in captivity along with everybody else. But because Daniel's heart was right, the
come
Most
on
High
now.
was with him from the
Come on.
time he left.
Come on. Come on. Come on.
He
Come
didn't
on.
escape. He didn't escape Nebuchadnezzar. And when he got there, Nebuchadnezzar knew who he was.
He knew who he was.
He had them daggone people that work for Nebuchadnezzar shook. They bringing him the king's food. Daniel, like, I'm not eating that.
I'm
Bring
not
me
eating.
pus and water. You can't eat that, man. No, bring me pus and water. And that's all he ate. Why? Because he was trusting in the Most High.
Said, I'm not eating the king's meat. I'm not eating that
I'm not
tainted meat.
eating that. I'm
I'm not
not
eating it.
eating that. And then when the new king came in, they saw how faithful he was to his power. Same thing they do to us now. They wouldn't trick the king and make it a law so that they can get him killed. Ain't nothing changed, people. This post right here is saying, I'm finna make all you niggas who think that y'all citizens illegal so I can get y'all up out of here so I can get more white people up in here. That's what this post is saying.
What this post is saying. And again, on the same side of that, go on, log into Twitter right now. And like I said, all you see from MAGA is Ukrainian, her name. Never forget, never forget.
That's it.
I'm like, okay, y'all was once wanting to deport Ukrainians. Now all of a sudden, because of their white skin color, you want them to stay. And this is what's happening. They're gonna replace, like Ox said, take everybody brown skin out that's got dual citizenship out and replace them with the white skin foreigners
That's it.
because
That's what he's trying to
are
do.
their numbers are low.
Yep.
Low.
And they've been looking at these numbers drop for years.
For
This is not
years.
something that's new to them.
Yep.
They are now just figuring out ways to deal with it, but their numbers are going to continue to drop.
Right.
It don't matter what, but they gonna make themselves look like they big because that's what it is right now, man. In
Right.
all reality, white people are the least people in all the earth.
They're the minority.
Melanation. Is there more gold lions or white lions? Is there more gold tigers or white tigers? Are there more green crocodiles or white crocodiles? Are there more? Come on now.
His point is, y'all, somebody the minority.
And it ain't us.
It ain't us.
Oh
Somebody
man, it's 3 minutes
minority.
till,
I
man.
know,
Hey, it's been
man.
real, people. I love y'all.
Yes, sir. It's been
Oh
real.
man, I did
Good
not
stuff.
realize. I did not
I know.
realize. We love y'all, man. It's 3 minutes till. We gonna have to get up out of
Man,
here. Hey, yo, I appreciate you.
appreciate you. It's been real.
Yeah, it's been real, man. How we get out of here? I don't even know how to do it.
In the stream.
There you go. Just like that. We got to get that.